You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife has cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like... Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right.
The Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Oh, Lord.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody.
Jay-Z shot 3 videos on Epstein Island with supermodels that were under the age of 18 that were provided by Naomi Campbell.
Cat Williams is calling out Hollywood celebs who are leaving the nation after being exposed by Ricky Gervais. During the Golden Globes, Jer stepped directly in front of Hollywood's finest celebs to give us a little clue about their links with Epstein, and the response from Tom Hanks convinced us that the comic wasn't lying.
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
While all these persons have disclosed their association with Epstein, some significant celebrities have discreetly begun leaving America. The first name that pops up is Ellen DeGeneres. In a 2009 email given to Epstein, a Hollywood publicist recalled seeing her dancing at a party in St. Bart's. The data also contain automatic collections of tweets from her old talk program delivered to Epstein.
It wasn't framed as cruelty. It was framed as tradition.
You worked for Ellen as well.
Yeah, I did the first 2 years on that show.
And she was
rough. She was the C word. Yeah.
Ellen has moved permanently to the UK, presenting this as a lifestyle choice, but Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon feel she is using it as a tactic to avoid being exposed for her business ties.
They're going to find the thing if you don't go away.
A lot of people saying that someone who seems so nice is not nice at all.
She doesn't seem nice, but that's people have a very poor judge of character. She doesn't seem nice. It seems forced.
But Ellen isn't the only star suddenly packing her bags. Richard Gere, whose name appears in an email addressed to Jeffrey Epstein, sold his Connecticut property for a loss of $50,000. After the transaction, he too departed the nation to relocate to Spain with his family. Eva Longoria has also transferred her main home to Spain and Mexico. Reports suggest she wanted to sell her Beverly Hills house, and what got people's attention was that she decreased the price many times to move the property. On the other hand, Leonardo DiCaprio's relationship to this entire affair is a case study in social grooming. Records reveal DiCaprio having booked meals with Woody Allen. None Ricky Gervais's Golden Globes monologue also mocked DiCaprio's dating habits, especially his preference for younger women. Cat Williams views the phrase as a signal to the younger demographic that Epstein and his social circle reportedly targeted.
Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So,
there is a big decline in Jay-Z's social media followers too, when he was referenced in the Epstein files along with musician Pusha T. But more crucially, there is an alleged FBI tip exposing Jay-Z for participating in misconduct with many women back in 1996. Along with Harvey Weinstein.
Of 50 Cent posting Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein appearing in the DOJ's latest Epstein file. Keep in mind also Pusha T. And 50 says, I know I'm late on this, but it's kind of crazy. What do you do to get thrown in that mix? You guys won't see it, but Pusha T liked the post. People even comment. They said, Pusha T liked this post. I'm dying. Yeah, Pusha T actually liked this post. I don't know if I can search it, but yeah, he does. He liked the post. I see Pusha T liking this.
Jay-Z has maintained a public position of success after the rejection of a civil action surrounding those claimed instances, but this demonstrates his strong ties with the industry's most renowned offenders. The 1999 recordings of Lance Rivera are also being studied as proof of the high-stakes atmosphere in which Jay-Z worked during the same years Epstein was establishing his authority. Cat Williams argues that the recent quiet from Jay-Z's team is a defense against the leaked list being public. He's staying low, hoping it all simply goes away.
Do you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
I always blamed myself. Even though intellectually I would say to other kids, I would speak to people and say, oh, the child is never to blame. You're never responsible for molestation in your life. I still believed I was responsible somehow, that I was a bad girl.
Oprah Winfrey is likely the most anticipated name in this entire issue because of the role she played. She has exploited her huge media power to normalize and legitimize persons who were subsequently exposed. Harvey Weinstein was a co-producer and investor in the Broadway production of The Color Purple with Oprah. She was actually earning money with him. Similarly, John of God, the spiritual healer she notably supported, was eventually jailed after more than 200 women came forward with serious claims.
He was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell. He had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend. And these, like Oprah, Naomi, Rita, and Georgina, they all sat at his table. And for me, you know, meeting Oprah was like, oh my God, like I would have thought that I would have to be someone who's established, who everyone would have had to know about before I was privileged enough to meet someone like Oprah. So that gave me so much confidence in him at the time when he approached me. I thought, obviously this man has something amazing in store for me.
Images show her among Epstein's inner circle, implying that her public image served as the ideal cover for the industry's darker parts. By offering a platform to these people, Oprah made it hard for victims to come forward. According to Cat Williams, this trend is precisely what people should be paying attention to, since behind all these talks is Epstein's private plane. Kevin Spacey made travels on the Lolita Express in 2002 and 2003, going to Africa and Asia with Bill Clinton and Ghislaine Maxwell. Chris Tucker was on a 2002 Africa vacation. Naomi Campbell was a regular passenger on the plane, functioning as Epstein's claimed handler. These folks were part of an intimate social circle and understood precisely what was going on. Their celebrity profile offered cover for preserving flight records that were related to transporting Epstein's victims.
Trust me, he's going to walk. There's a bunch of high-profile people that are connected to this. Yeah.
Mm.
They're covering it all up. If he goes down, they go down. So he's not going to go down.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world.
Ricky Gervais's Golden Globe speech was a tactical deployment of truth. He openly addressed Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein by name to shatter the rule of silence that has sheltered these predators for decades. And he did it in front of the whole industry, in their own home, and they couldn't do anything about it. What made Gervais unusual was his approach.
What made you think, you know what, I'm just going to hammer him? I don't care what the...
Well, I thought, when they said, do you want to host the Golden Globes, all that stuff I said in the show was true. I said, I'm going to write my own jokes. Right? And I thought, who do I pander to? The 200 richest people in the room, or the 200 million people watching at home who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires, and it was a no-brainer. I was doing it for them, you know, and I didn't want to. It wasn't set out to hurt their feelings, but it was. If you're going to make it a spectator sport, then you better have something. There better be something in it for the people at home.
He didn't whisper it. He didn't sugarcoat it. He wrapped it in jokes and shouted it to their faces. And now, with celebrities staying quiet and names appearing in the e-files, some are asking, was Ricky warning them all along? Because if he was, this becomes very, very serious.
Ricky Gervais made the funniest joke about diversity at the Golden Globes.
We were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that it wasn't diverse enough. It was mostly white people. And I thought, nah, not on my watch. Because I know in the real world, in normal jobs, everyday life, you get in trouble. People tell you off for saying certain things, or thinking certain things, or even laughing at certain things. They say you're bad for laughing at that. And some of you take it to heart. You go, oh my God, am I a bad person? No, you're not. One, you can't choose your sense of humour. You can't, it's involuntary. And two, that's exactly what humour is for, to laugh at bad.
For years, Ricky Gervais has intimated that something darker has been hidden underneath Hollywood's glossy facade. And now, individuals online are pointing out something weird. Big names are progressively stepping back. Ellen DeGeneres apparently migrated to the UK. Sean Carter lost over 10 million followers virtually overnight. Tom Hanks has gone abnormally silent. Oprah, who once dominated daytime television and seemed present in every family, has significantly drawn back from the limelight. To some observers, it doesn't appear random, it looks coordinated. Then there's Ricky himself. Long before any of this became regular discourse online, he stood on the Golden Globe stage in front of Hollywood's elite and gave warnings wrapped in humor. He insulted the ceremony, told the audience they should stay home and watch Afterlife instead, and made it apparent he wasn't there to impress anybody. At one point, he cited the famed financier and simply indicated the official tale of his dying didn't line up. The atmosphere got tight, but Ricky didn't flinch. And that's the purpose. This isn't simply about a comic ridiculing celebs. It's about someone who uttered unpleasant things in public years before the internet began connecting dots. Now folks are revisiting those videos and questioning whether he saw something others didn't. In subsequent interviews, he did confess he could sense the tension in the room. He stated performers would approach him before the program, anxiously inquiring what he intended to say about them. To him, that response alone was incredibly revealing. He clarified that he solely laughed about public behavior, nothing private or concealed. Yet many still appeared frightened. When questioned why he didn't hold back, he responded he had no interest in satisfying the richest individuals in the room,